Today's subject is very close to me. It's related to working out, body image, and transitioning. So 3 years ago, I started out working out to improve my health, lose weight, and to overall improve my image because I was, health-wise, I was just failing. I was feeling like crap, and also I was showing the signs of aging, which I am 51 right now. I began working out slowly, but over time I became obsessive about losing weight as well as getting in shape. And then I started taking up martial arts, which accelerated my need to excel in all those areas. For one, my transition goals, and two, my physical fitness, as well as achieving the goals that I have for myself, both physically, mentally, and in the martial arts. I don't know about you, but I have one of those personalities where I'm all or nothing, so it's kind of difficult for me to kind of just be in the middle. However, I'm learning to slow down a little bit in my older age. So I want to begin with talking about whether or not someone would want to begin working out or continue working out while they are starting or just starting their transition. I guess everything depends on your ultimate goal as well as what your body type is. There's a lot of factors involved and everybody's different, so results may vary depending on who you are. A lot of it also depends on genetics as well, so that's a lot to consider. As far as your goals, what do you want to do? I mean, a lot of us, when we start our transition, we want to lose the masculine and gain the feminine. However, working out can be counterproductive in the feminization area. I can't tell anybody what to do. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. However, I can share my personal experiences, then maybe that might help you think through what could help you. So in the beginning, I wanted to be as feminine as possible. So with that being said, I ceased all activity. I focused on my personal goals as far as trying to be as feminine as possible through hormone therapy, reduction in any type of physical activities, and just basically not worrying about anything related to health or whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did care about my health. I just did not want to get back into fitness or anything like that. It's been over 20 years since I started my transition. And in the beginning, I, at the time, was very physical, and I did look very, very well masculine. That being said, after being on hormone therapy for the first time, after about 2 or 3 years, I had to quit and then ended up not being on hormone therapy even though I was still transitioning. But through the 10 years that I was transitioning, and without hormones, I didn't really do too much in the aspect of working out. However, I did do a lot of cardio from time to time. I lost weight, gained it back, lost it. But fast forwarding to now, about 3 years ago, I started working out and becoming more obsessive about my actual physical appearance, improving my health, and things like that. So today, here I am. Now, I have a physique that is above normal for most women because I do work out obsessively. I do a lot of martial arts training and things like that. And my body has gained a lot of muscle. I've lost quite a bit of fat. However, that's led to a little bit of a complex for me, being that in my eyes, I feel like I don't always appear as feminine as I want to be. But then again, when I wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror, I'm quite happy with what I've done. So what do I do? There's no easy answer to that because I'm still struggling with that, mainly because of those two factors. I do like what I'm doing, however, it's not where I wanted to be when I first began my transition. Perhaps I can find someplace right in the middle where I can lose some of the bulk that I've gained. Don't get me wrong, I don't consider myself a bodybuilder. I'm not huge by any means, but I do have a lot of instances where I walk into somebody's presence and they get the, oh wow, you're really fit, girl. Or the old ladies that don't really look at me in the face. However, when they see my arms or my body, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is sir or dude or whatever, you know, it's like, and then of course they correct themselves when they look at my face. However, you know, it's becoming a common occurrence lately, which has led to some issues with me and the reason why I'm doing this video. So in the end, it's going to be up to me whether or not I can accept where I am or modify my behaviors or my workouts, I should say, to improve, you know, bring everything to the middle. How am I going to do that? It's going to take some time to figure it out, but right now I'm still happy with my results, so I'm going to continue what I'm doing. However, I may tone down a little bit and not be quite as intense. Don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to see. As with anything, it's going to be an experiment. My whole transition in the early years was a big experiment. So it's like this. Some people are totally set once they make their mind up, but then there are other people who have that creative soul and they want to experiment and try things out. If it doesn't work, then they'll move on. So I think the latter has been my approach to things, and that's worked for me, and that's the way I'm going to continue. Now, if you are starting for the very first time in your transition, and let's say your genetics are very masculine and you have very large bone structure, that's something you really can't change as far as the bone structure. However, soft tissue will change over time. It may not be 100% what you're expecting or visualizing, but in the end, other people will see it differently. I know that personally because I was the most masculine person there was. However, my bone structure isn't 100% totally masculine, I guess you could say. That's where I guess I'm blessed genetically. So, but a lot of people do a lot of different things to correct that, like surgery and things like that. So it just depends. Sometimes looking inward and accepting yourself and not worrying about 100% of what other people are thinking about you is what gets you past the day. However, that's not the case. Human nature, we all want to be accepted in some sort of way. No matter how much we don't care about other people's opinion, or at least we say that. But in some way, we do care what others think. And a lot of times that helps us gauge whether or not, if our results are actually working or not. I hope that makes sense. A perfect example is that we, as transgender, are very critical of ourselves, and if it doesn't match up to what we have pictured up here, then we start having complexes. But on the flip side, all your friends and people, strangers or whoever, will say that you're beautiful or whatever, whether they're lying to you or not. I mean, strangers are a better gauge because they don't know you and they don't have an investment. Especially if you post pictures that are truthful and not, you know, doctored up or posed in a certain way to hide features and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're generally putting your picture out there and asking strangers to judge you, then that's probably a better gauge and for you to get an understanding, notwithstanding the trolls out there, of course. Whether or not one should start, again, that's a personal choice. If fitness and health and all that is your personal goal, I think you should still remain doing so, because there's always all kinds of benefits to that. And I would never tell somebody not to do that just for aesthetics. However, your intensity and the way that you work out and the things that you work out, you can modify. to actually help enhance the transition versus doing what you used to do, which of course for guys it's like build big muscles and things like that. But you can modify different things, like you can enhance your tush, you know, and do exercises for that. Core workout for everybody is perfect. Anybody can use core workout. If you want to fit in your shirts, especially for us, if you want to fit in your shirts, you may want to lay off the upper body workout. I mean, stay smaller, stay fit, of course, have leaner muscles, and you will still fit in your girly clothes. However, if you go all out, which is what I've made the mistake of doing on my upper body because of my martial arts training, a lot of my old shirts do not fit me because I look like the Incredible Hulk in the sleeves and the shoulders when I try them on. So for me personally, I do have to modify my upper body workouts and modify that a little bit because I do want to fit back in my clothes. But that being said, I think that overall, I'm going to continue what I'm doing. So I would say don't let it stop you from working out. Just modify and think about how you're working out and what your goal is. And think about your clothes, definitely. So hopefully that may have helped you out. If not, hopefully it entertained you at the most. But if you like this video, don't forget to like it. Add comments below. I'd like to hear what your personal story is, you know, as far as if you have something related to body image issues. But I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.